Alright guys, so I'm recording this intro after I just filmed the whole video, alright? So, why am I filming the intro after the video? Because I accidentally deleted the intro that I already filmed. So, but anyway, me and my cousin had this idea to react to some scary stories. So, yeah, here we go. Roll the clip.
Oh. Alright, so this one's called The Woman on the Bus by Wansi Entertainment. Let's dive right in.
This happened when I was on my way to my grandmother's house.
Your grandma's dead,
That
boy.
day, I tried to catch the jeepney because the other buses were already full at 12 a.m. I finally found a jeepney, and there were only a few people inside.
I didn't know.
There was a driver, a money collector who was hanging onto the outside of the vehicle, 2 girls, a few guys, and an old woman. We were on the road when we passed by a mental hospital. Then a lady, with a hospital gown on, was standing there, pointing her finger out, which meant she wanted a ride. She was bald, and her face was pale white.
That's not nice.
The jeepney stopped next to her, and the inside of the car went silent. The streets were covered in fog and darkness, and the light of the jeepney was the only light source. At the time, I was texting my grandma and said that I was going to be late while glancing at the lady. However, before she stepped on the stairs of the jeepney, the driver abruptly jammed the accelerator and left her behind. I was confused. It seemed like everyone was too. When we looked over at the driver, he seemed to be so scared, but we didn't know the reason why. I asked him why he left the lady behind, and he replied with a trembling voice. He said, "She's not just a lady, ma'am." At that point, the driver looked at the rearview mirror, shut his mouth, and then increased the speed. When I followed his eyes towards the mirror, I saw it. The lady was running towards the jeepney with a weird pose and that I couldn't see her face clearly, but her dress was visible. It was covered with blood. The collector, who was hanging outside, jumped inside and then yelled to the driver, "Faster! She's getting closer!" People inside of the jeepney were getting scared. I was the closest to the door, and out of nowhere saw the lady jump on the vehicle. She then slowly hung onto the door of the jeepney, and finally she lifted her face. She had bruises all over her face, and she was smiling at us with sharp teeth and big, deep black eyes. My heart almost stopped, and everybody in the jeepney screamed. I quickly hit her with my bag, and she tumbled down from the jeepney. However, the moment she got off, I saw her standing. She looked at me and then laughed like a demon. Not long after, the jeepney finally reached the station. Everyone hurried off the car. I got off and handed my payment to the guy. Then I went to the 7-Eleven nearby and bought some snacks to ease my nerves.
I
was at the counter thinking about what just happened. And then the cashier suddenly asked me, "Are you okay?" "Yeah, I'm fine. I'll just say that I saw a crazy lady on the road when we were riding on the jeepney," I said, and then I couldn't believe his response. "I know her. She had cancer, and the moment she lost all of her hair, she went crazy, laughing all the time, hurting herself, and even threatening to kill people. That's why her family eventually moved her out to the mental hospital. But after a week, she tried to escape.
She looks like Dr. Evil.
And died," he said.
Like
I
with
was
the gray
shocked,
suit.
and goosebumps were all over my body.
Did I say Dr.
I
Phil
asked
or
the
Dr.
cashier
Evil?
if he
I
still
don't know.
remembered the plate number of the jeepney.
Oh, that's
Well,
gonna
for
be
my
demonetized.
privacy, I I'm not
Probably
going
not.
to mention the number, but after
you know
he
he's
told
dead?
me, I
Who?
thanked
He's
him,
nuts guy.
got my
Oh.
change,
Oh, I need to watch
and
this.
looked for the
Yeah,
jeepney
you need to
I was
focus.
on. The moment I found the jeepney again, I froze. The jeepney that I rode was the same one that hit and killed the lady.
Wow.
Okay, let's watch another one. That wasn't
So this one's by IMR Scary Tales. It's called Delete the Photo.
Teenage girls.
Alright, anyway, let's see it.
There were 4 teenage girls
There
who
were
lived in
4
Kuala
teenage
Lumpur, Malaysia. Their names were Ying, Spicy, Nana, and Sis.
Spicy.
The girls
Nana
had
and
been
Sis.
best friends for years, ever since they started school together, and they shared an interest in ghost stories and horror movies. They had heard an urban legend about their school. According to the story, a girl went missing one of the school's bathrooms, and it had been locked up ever since. The girls decided that they
What are
would
you
break
doing?
into the bathroom when nobody was looking and take a look around. I wonder what we'll find, said Spicy. Maybe we'll find the
What are you
girl's
doing?
corpse. That evening, when classes had finished for the day, the girls gathered outside the bathroom. The hallways were deserted and all of the other students had gone home. Ying used a hairpin to pick the lock and the door swung open.
Sure
The
did.
bathroom looked clean, but it was empty. When they checked one of the stalls, they found a camera lying on the floor. The strange thing about it was that it was still working and the battery was full. Sis picked it up and started flicking through the pictures. There was nobody in the photos. They were all empty shots of parts of the bathroom. It looks like they were snapping photos in the dark. I wonder what they were up to, said Nana. Oh my god, I think I know. They were trying to capture a ghost. You're supposed to go into a dark room and snap photos, and if it's haunted, a ghost will appear in one of the pictures.
Really?
Ying was a little freaked out by this, and she wanted to leave.
Why?
Let's take a selfie before we go, Sis suggested. Ying, Spicy, and Nana posed together while Sis snapped a picture of them. Then they left, switching off the lights and closing the door behind them. As Sis was on her way home, her phone started ringing. The call was coming from a private
Who would
number.
put
When
their
she
phone
answered it,
up?
she heard a strange, rasping voice on the other end. Delete. It said.
Delete.
Then the call suddenly ended. Sis wasn't sure what to make of it. She assumed it was just someone calling the wrong number.
Oh, sure.
When she got home, she plugged the camera into her laptop and started looking through the pictures again. When she came to the photo she had taken of the other 3 girls in the bathroom, she noticed something odd. Nana's hair looked strange. Sis decided to give her a call, but Nana didn't pick up her phone. A few minutes later, when she looked at the picture again, something was wrong. Nana had completely disappeared from the
Why
photo.
has been-
Sis was a little frightened and she wondered if her eyes were playing tricks on her.
No,
When she
no.
took a closer look, she noticed that Spicy's hair looked much longer, as if she was wearing a wig.
Oh, that scared me.
Sis was worried and she decided to give Spicy a call. Hey, what's up? Hi, something really weird just happened. Remember when we took that photo in the bathroom? Yes. Spicy replied. Nana was in the photo, wasn't she? Yes. Spicy replied. Well, she's not in the photo now. What do you mean? Spicy asked. It's just you and Ying in the photo now, and your hair looks really long. All of a sudden, the call
Okay.
cut off. Sis tried to call her back, but Spicy didn't answer her phone. When she looked at the photo again, Sis got a fright. She almost jumped out of her skin. Spicy had disappeared from the photo, and now there was only Ying, standing on her own in the bathroom. Worst of all, there was someone standing behind her. It
Why
looked
the
like a
eyes
woman
so
with
like-
long dark hair and pale white skin. Just then her phone started ringing. When she answered it, Sis heard a familiar voice on the other end. It was very
inches at
muffled,
least.
but it sounded like Ying. Delete the photos, said Ying.
I like their
Ying, what's wrong? Sis demanded. Delete the photos. She repeated over and over. Delete the photos.
Listen to her, you stupid.
Where are you? Answer me. Sis demanded. Suddenly, the call cut off and Sis heard someone knocking on the door of her apartment. A chill ran down her spine. The knocking was loud and insistent. "Who is it?" cried Sis. There was no answer. Cautiously, Sis made her way down the hallway. The knocking grew louder and louder. Trembling with fear, Sis stood at the front door and put her eye up to the peephole. She was horrified to see another eye staring back at her.
That's not an eye, that's a whole
She
world.
let out a scream and ran back to her bedroom. Grabbing the camera, she quickly deleted all photos on it. All of a sudden, the knocking stopped, and there was an eerie silence.
Sure was.
Sis' room's lights went off. And when they came back in,
Did I get you?
all 4 girls were reported missing. The police searched for them high and low, but no trace of them was ever found.
Me in the neck. Dude, like, why wouldn't you just say like, share, and subscribe?
Alright, so how was that, Blake?
Other than you karate chopping me in the neck and giving me a massage, it was pretty good. Not realistic at all, but pretty good.
Was it nightmare inducing?
No.